Alright, so let's answer some of your questions and comments that we've received on the videos and about the channel and things like that. First up, we have Jonah Trump. He wants to know, do you make a script for these? Now with this, it's it all depends on the game, and not just the type of the game, but also if I've played the game before. Obviously, if I've played the game before, I'm going to have some knowledge about what's going to be happening on certain levels or certain locations, and I can say, oh, you know what, it'll be real funny to put in this little joke here, or we'll put, after I know that this event happens, I'll do a cutaway scene to this. So with stuff like that, if it's a game I've played before or I've watched somebody else play it, I will typically put, some of it will be scripted. A lot of it is still, ad-libbed and just made up on the scene. But I will have scripts that'll try to use for games like that. Typically, I try to look for games that I've never played of or that I've never even heard of. That way, when you guys watch these videos, you kind of get the sense of, oh my gosh, that game looks really cool. I want to go out and play that now. So I try to limit the content to stuff that I've never played before and that I think my audience hasn't played before either. All right, next up we have 3-piece chicken strip meal. Okay. And they want to know, how the fuck do you have a sponsor with 11 subs? This one's a little bit of an older comment, but we are still a fairly small channel. So fair question. One of the biggest things that I've found is, okay, let me put it like this. Anybody can go and create a YouTube channel. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that do it every day and have these aspirations of, oh, I want to be this awesome content creator, I'm gonna have all these sponsors, I'm gonna get paid to play video games and all this other stuff. The biggest thing that you have to realize is, once you start that channel, you're not just going to have random people coming up to you and say, oh, hey, play my game, hey, let me sponsor you. Here's $5 if you plug our energy drinks, stuff like that. You actually have to go out and, get into contact with these companies. It took me, I would say I've emailed roughly about 150 companies and programs requesting sponsorship in one form or another, and I've only had 3 companies contact me back, and one of those had a counter proposal for the sponsorship that I proposed to them, and they're my current sponsor now. But essentially what I'm getting at here is just, you've got to go out and you've got to make these contacts. You can't, nobody's going to come to you and say, oh my goodness, hey, take our money and plug us in your videos. The worst thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to tell you no. And that's not the end of the world. What do you care? These, it's contact over the internet. If they say no, then they say no. Just keep trying. Keep sending out those emails. I dedicate at least one day out of the week where I'm doing nothing but emailing affiliates and sponsorship programs to try to get my channel noticed and get more sponsors and more affiliates. So I hope that answers your question. It's just, not necessarily the amount of subscribers you have. Obviously, that plays a factor into it for a lot of sponsors, but not all of them. All you got to do is find the one sponsor that's willing to work with you before you have those, 500,000 subscribers. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, next up we got Rewind. Holy shit, I can't even speak. Rewind Remix NCS, and they want to know, do you get these games for free or do you pay for them? And they also said, amazing vid. Hey, thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed the video. In regards to your question on getting the games free or if I pay for them, this kind of ties back into what I said earlier about spending at least one day emailing affiliates and sponsorships and stuff like that. What I'll also do is I will first thing I'll do is I'll open up Steam and search under their difficult tag to bring up any game that's in the Steam library, in the Steam store, that's tagged as difficult, and I'll just scroll through and try to find, I'll click on a random game that the artwork looks cool, or it's, there's something about it that grabs my attention. and I'll go through it, and I'll check out some of their screenshots, and if it's a game I think that would make for an enjoyable episode, or even just be fun for me to record the gameplay for, I'll see if they have a link to their website, and then I'll just I'll go to their webpage, and the first thing that I'm going to look for is if they have a press kit. And typically inside the press kit, they're going to have everything that I'll need for channel art, gameplay art, stuff like that. And they should also have an email link for me to contact them. And then all I'm going to do from there is send them an email saying, hey, this is me, I'm Scrublord Mike, I run a gaming channel. I'd like to get a Steam key from you guys so I can do a gameplay episode of your game, so and so and so and so. And I probably send out about 50 of those a week for that one day. So that one day where I'm sitting down just kind of doing nothing but business stuff, emailing companies and things like that. I'm also emailing game developers, to see if they'll give me a free key to use their game. Sometimes though, you won't get a response at all. Some developers will be like, you know what, awesome, man. Here you go. Here's the key. Enjoy. Let us know, what you thought. Blah 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 blah. Other developers will say, hey, you know what? Sorry, your channel's too small, or sorry, we don't do free keys. But you're more than welcome to purchase the game and upload it, and we'll let you know what we think and stuff like that. So it's kind of a yes and no. I've got a couple of gameplay recordings for games that I did receive for free from developers, and then I have others where it's just even if they don't give me a free key, if I still think the game will make an amazing episode, I'm just gonna buy the game and do the gameplay. All right, I hope that answered your question. And it looks like that's all the questions and comments that we have so far. Keep leaving comments, and we'll keep reviewing them and putting them up on the videos, just like we did with this one here today. As always, like, follow, and subscribe, and all that, plugging nonsense. And we are still holding our subscriber giveaway. Once we do reach 50 subscribers, we're going to be doing that free controller giveaway from Cinch Gaming, which is awesome. So obviously, if you've already subscribed, thanks. We appreciate all the support. Share the channel with anybody that you think might be interested in some of the content we upload, and get them to subscribe too. All right. Well, until next time, fuck off, everyone.